Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another Monster Legends video. Now in today's video, as you can see from the title, I'll be doing a tier list of all the monsters in Grand Duels. And again, Grand Duels is like the monsters change occasionally. So this is just a generalized like tier list on all the monsters in Grand Duels. So from the top, we have monsters that you should always pick. Second, we have monsters that like are second. Like if there are better monsters, you shouldn't pick them. But if there are no better options, then you should. Third, we have highly useful monsters, can be used in many situations. Fourth, we have useful but dependent on situation and wound builds. Fifth is select these monsters if you have no other choice. And seventh is never select these monsters. Next up, we have our Kane. First up, actually, we have our Canine. Our Canine is a very good monster. But I'll put him here because he is not the good. There are better monsters than our Canine in this game. So next up, we have Bellbreath, highly useful monster, a good support monster with very good extra turns. Next up, we have Kane, very good monster with extra turns. Triple damage against monsters who are bleeding, very good. Next up, we have I think Oneir. I'm pretty sure. I think she is a tank attacker. I'm not really sure. Please correct me down below. But I'm gonna put her here because I really don't have any idea what her skills are. Next up, we have Granny. I forgot her name. She is very useful. Freeze, and she could remove like negative effects, and she gives her team immunity to possession, I'm pretty sure, or freeze. Very good monster. O'Reilly is a fantastic monster. He goes all the way up here. You should always pick O'Reilly. Very good monster. I can't think of his skills on the top of my head, but he is a very good monster. Although there's Gragon, who is fantastic and better than O'Reilly on almost every single way, O'Reilly is still very, very good. Next up, you have Drakor. You probably wouldn't want to select these monsters, but I'll put them here. If you don't have a better choice, a better attacker, then go ahead. Next up, you have Dragar. He's a very highly useful monster. Very good. He has a skill called Fuse Radar. It disables traits and stunts an enemy. Fantastic. Next up, you have Faraday. Very good monster. Anticipation with very good high damage skills. Next up, we have Gorg. Also a very good attacker. I'll probably put Gorg here, but he does have some good skills that could boost him up a little bit. Next up, we have Hoguden. And actually, I wouldn't select Hoguden because the thing is that Hoguden is fantastic when she's paired up with Nishan's sword. But unfortunately, in Grand Duels, you're not allowed to use relics, which greatly reduces her usefulness. To be honest, the only thing Hoguden has going for her is dodge area. That's pretty much it. So for that, I'll probably say never select unless you absolutely have to never select. And I know I probably got a lot of comments saying Hoguden should be up there, but that's just my opinion. So yeah. Next up, you have Hopkin. There are better support monsters than Hopkin, although he could remove 50% of total life from an enemy and apply area dodge to an ally. Very good, but there are better options. Next up, we have Hukwai. And Hukwai is going to also be the second monster. So always pick. Hukwai is a fantastic attacker with anticipation and, yeah, pretty much, and immunity to control. Next up, we have Makugan. Same, actually, yeah, you should probably never use her. She's a decent attacker, but you don't really need to use her. Next up, we have Sunblast. Sunblast is going to be in... If you don't have any other control monster, he is a very good at cooldown and possession monster. Next up, we have Solaris. Also a very good monster, but if you don't have any other attackers, then you might as well go for her. Next up, we have... Your name escapes me. Yeah, he's a very good monster. So he is very useful. He could possess one enemy into all enemies. Very good against dodge area monsters. Next up, we have Meta Infusion, the third monster to go and always pick. So you always have to pick Meta Infusion because she is a fantastic monster. Probably like in terms of like controllability in the game, and like she's probably the best monster to like control the tide of the battle. If you have her on your team, you're basically guaranteed to win. Next up, you have Marquise, very good monster, similar to Faraday, but a little better. Next up, you have Nebula, also going to be with Sunblast, because she has stun, and that's pretty much it. And a few stamina skills, but still, she isn't really that good. Next up, we have Naruk, and Naruk is an anticipation monster, but as you can see, there are two anticipation monsters already, who in my opinion are better than Naruk. So if you don't have them, then I guess you might as well go for him. Next up, we have Neobuki, fantastic support monster. In many cases, better than Bellbred, but fantastic attacker / support. Next up, we have Nitro Blaster. I was thinking of putting Nitro Blaster in highly useful, but the more I think about it, Nitro Blaster is just fantastic. Fantastic. He has artifact, very good skills. We have Patient Tiber, same as Sunblast. He is very good, but like in this current meta, and he isn't really that good. She isn't really that good. Next up, we have Parasite, the fourth monster to go and always use. Parasite is basically a better version of Sunblast in every single way. Next up, you have Marquise, no, Prince Romulus. Depending on like the situation, if the monsters have extra anticipation monsters, then yeah, you could go for him. Next up, you have Kremlin, decent support monster, but if you don't have any other support monster, he could be useful. Next up, we have Sammy, very good monster. Also depending if you're using him as a support or like a full speed for the extra turn, but depending on the situation, again, he is useful. Next up, you have Saulot, and Saulot is highly useful, but also I'll put him here because, again, if you don't have like any of these monsters, then you might as well go for any of them. Next up, we have Silverleaf. Silverleaf is a fantastic support / control monster with like removes 75% of stamina from all enemies and removes negative effects from all allies, which is fantastic, and a few control skills. Next up, we have Soulhugger, probably never used. Next up, we have I forgot his name, but also a very good control, highly useful monster with cooldown activation and bleed. Next up, you have Talos. If you have no other monster, you might as well go for him. Next up, you have Volthor, very good deny control monster with possession and stamina, similar to Sunblast, but a little better. Next up, you have Warthog. Warthog is a highly useful nemesis, probably the best attacking nemesis. So yeah, pretty good. Next up, you have Wasper, very good monster with evasion at the start of the battle, so good. Next up, you have Ruby, and again, Ruby is a fantastic monster, but in this current meta, like there's so many monsters better than her that like it depends. If you don't have any other better monsters, then you might as well go for her. Next up, you have Zygar, same, decent support monster. Next up, you have Zizania. Zizania is a very good monster with Pierce. Next up, you have Zorgon. I can't really think of his skills, but I'm just gonna put him here for now. And last but not least, we have Sila. Same, I'm going to put her here because of the extra turn, depending on the situation. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the tier list. Hope you guys enjoyed. This is the whole tier list, and if this is my opinion, so if you guys have your own opinion, or if you guys want to make your own tier list, make sure to screenshot me and send it to my Facebook, Within Falcon, or to my Discord, Within Falcon 203. The like number sign 2003. So yeah, I'll probably put it in the description. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if you want to see more in-depth tier list videos, let me know. The reason why I was speeding through this video is because I originally recorded this video once, but it was 25 minutes long because I went kind of in-depth in every single monster, and I didn't want the video to be too long, so I just like cut it, and like I just went fast and talked about like the monsters a little bit. So if depending on what you guys want, please leave it down below in the comments. If we get 5 likes, I'll work on the next tier list video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and